September 27th. And we are live in the greenhouse. So I'm trying something a little different today. Usually I'm not live on TikTok on Saturday mornings. So glad you guys are joining on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. So the way I'm doing this is I've got two phones going because I couldn't figure out how to live stream on multiple platforms at the same time. So I got two phones going. And so if you see me kind of looking back and forth, it's because I'm watching both screens. So I've got my wife's old phone on the left there, but my phone on the right. So yeah, we're live on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and we got a lot going on today. So we're gonna walk around the greenhouses. We're gonna see some new plants. We're gonna see some new products. We may make it out to the pumpkin patch if my Wi-Fi signal makes it out there. But we've got some cool stuff going on. September 27th, it's a nice and cool morning. And it was about 60 degrees this morning. And yeah, it was nice. It still feels nice. So if you're gonna be working outside today, make sure you get out and do some gardening, get your pumpkins ready, get your porch ready, get your Halloween decorations up, all those things. It's also time to start planting your fall color, your mums, your pansies, cabbage and kale. So we're gonna walk around and see what we can find. So let's start here so on TikTok we got this dual camera, so you guys can actually see. I wonder if I can make that larger. One moment. Yeah. All right, so look at this. We're already in Christmas tree mode. But we got some great Halloween decor in here. Oh, I need to flip my camera around for Facebook so they can see. I'm not used to this camera. Yeah. I'm not used to having to run two phones at the same time. All right, starting off inside the store. If you joined us last week, you saw a lot of this. Some good door hangers. We got fall decor up. But what I really wanted to show you is out in the greenhouses. I've been gone all week, y'all. I was in, where was I? Raleigh, North Carolina. I just got back last night. Good morning, Bill. Yeah, the dual camera look is cool. So I was in Raleigh all week, but I heard that the team was here working hard. Here comes Poppy. What are you doing, Poppy? I heard the team was here working hard, getting the greenhouses ready. Laura and Derek out here. Everybody on the up front team as well. So we got lots of plants brought up from the back greenhouses. The mums, of course, are looking great. You know, one thing about holding two phones on this tripod is the tripod is it's heavier. It's good. It's going to be a little workout for me too. Oh, do you have your coffee yet? Hopefully you've got your coffee. So we got our cool season veggies, a bunch of them in. So if you're looking for kale, bok choy, lettuces, buenos dias, Diana, Brussels sprouts. What else do we have? Cauliflower, sorrel. Let's see, cabbage, a couple different types of cabbage, broccoli, and more kale. So if you're looking for cool season veggies, we got those going on. Sylvester's gonna join us. Sylvester missed me. I was gone for like 6 days. Hey, buddy. What's that tail for? And then, of course, we got the crotons, which are fun to mix in with your fall decor up there. I think Petunia's about to run out. I thought I saw her. Oh, she's on the other side of the table. The crotons are looking super nice. But we also have a lot of plants blooming that we grew. Well, a lot of stuff going on. So mums are finally starting to bloom. Let's walk over here. So a lot of our mums are just now coming into bloom, or they will be soon. So you can see we got some yellows and orange starting to pop color over here. So if you're really ready for the color, we got that going. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining. Boy, these are looking really nice. So they're just coming into bloom. And when you buy mums that are just starting to bloom, that's how you're going to get the most color out of them. You'll get to enjoy more blooms for longer. The marigolds are starting to pop color. So these will be selling fast now that they're blooming. Looking really good. We got some smaller crotons that you can mix into your porch pot arrangements, or these are great just as little house plants if you're wanting to grow them as a house plant. But I like to use these in mixes for your fall arrangements. The dianthus are beginning to bloom. If you don't know, the dianthus are related to carnations. They're all in the same family. Look at this color. And these are all frost tolerant annuals. These dianthus are. So you can plant these out and they're going to last well into winter. Basically up until we get super cold weather going on. But even then, if you just put a frost cloth over them, these dianthus are super hardy, starting to bloom now. The snapdragons as well kind of fall in that same category of giving you some nice winter color. Now, of course, the one that is the most cold tolerant is going to be the pansies and violas. We'll walk over there in just a minute after we look at this Zen monkey. That's funny. More crotons. All right, the cabbage and kale also are starting to get a little hint of color on them. We just need these nights to get a little bit colder. And then these purple ornamental kale are gonna really start popping some brighter color. Same with the pinks and whites. When it's been as warm as it has been, they just don't color up as much. So you can go ahead and get those going. And then once we get to the chillier nights, they really color up nicely. All right, so I mentioned that the pansies and violas. Good morning, Weatherford. I got my coffee. The pansies and violas. What are you doing, Poppy? She's just kind of hanging out down there. Poppy. So our pansies and violas are going to be the really, really cold tolerant annuals. So here in Texas, we plant these in the fall. We usually recommend planting them in October is kind of the ideal time to plant the pansies and violas. And you actually get your most bang for your buck from these annuals compared to any other, because you can plant them now and they're going to bloom all of October, November, December, January, February, March, and April. And that's when you would come in and change them out for your spring color, would be in April. So you can get like 6 to 8 months of color from these plants when you plant them in the fall. And that to me is just a great value compared to the spring season plants, which is just a shorter season. So yeah, it's really nice when you get these out in the fall and get to enjoy them all winter. Fall, winter, and spring. Look at these black ones. Atlas black. So yeah, lots of different colors out there now, all grown right here in our production facility. Okay, so Emily was asking, what's the coverage for pansies? It really depends. If you really want a full look when you're spacing the pansies, what kind of spacing do you do? You can do about 4 or 5 per square foot, which puts them at about a 5-inch spacing. You can space them out more because some of these do get a little bit bigger, but I like to, if you're planning it out as far as how many to buy, measure your square footage and multiply by 4. It's kind of a good starting point. You may want to add a few more. All right, we're over in perennial land now. We got digitalis blooming. Check that out. So this is your pink panther digitalis, and we sell these in the spring and the fall. This thing surprises me how heat tolerant it is. We actually planted one out front and out in the full sun here in Texas, and I didn't think it would do well, but this is such a strong variety, the pink panther is, that it held up to, I gotta adjust this camera a little bit. It held up to the summer heat. It got a little bit rough looking, like in the heat of summer, but then it's already bounced back and is blooming more. So I've always kind of put these as a, I've always kind of put these as a dappled shade plant here for Texas, but they seem to be able, this variety, the pink panther, why am I getting all these people trying to invite me to their lives? No, this is my life. Sorry. So all of these, I'm distracted by looking at 2 different screens. Anyway, the pink panther variety of the digitalis foxglove has more heat tolerance than people give it credit for, I think. So heat and sun tolerance. So definitely one to check out if you like the foxglove. We got some pineapple lilies that look really good. This one's blooming. And all of these over here are perennials. Someone asked about spider lilies. I don't think I have any. I'll have to check inside if we have any bulbs, but I'm not positive on that. Okay, here's another great one. Great perennial. This is the rock rose. So this is related to, from Sydney. Greg says he's in Sydney, Australia. This is the rock rose, pavonia, and the flower looks like a little miniature hibiscus. So an awesome heat tolerant perennial as well. Lots of stuff blooming over here in perennial land for fall. We got bee balm blooming. Look at these. You want butterflies and bees and hummingbirds in the garden. That's a great one. Plus that red just really pops. The Mexican petunias are blooming. Someone's asking about the poinsettias. Yeah, we got poinsettias. Maybe we can walk back there in a minute. Because I'd also like to get out to pumpkin patch. There's Petunia. What are you doing? But we could take a peek into the grow facility before we head out there. I don't know. I need more time. So let's walk over here. We're just going to peek our heads in at the poinsettias. I'm going to set my coffee down here so that I can open the door. Don't let me forget that. All you people are responsible for that. So we'll walk in here to our production area. And I'll show you how the poinsettias are coming along. Good morning. There's the moms, obviously. But over on this side, check it out. They've been working hard back here. They got the poinsettias spaced this week. So all of these are our poinsettias. They're green right now, but they're going to be coloring up. In about a month, they'll start getting all their different colors. So they're coming along nicely. They look good. They look healthy. And go over here to the bigger ones. Before you know it, we'll be back here and we'll be starting to see color on them as the nights get longer and the days get shorter. This one's the tapestry. This is the only one that's not green because it's variegated. So yeah, there's almost 10,000 poinsettias in this house right here. All right, we'll head back up front. I do want to take a look at if the signal holds. If you're with us on TikTok, thank you for joining this morning. As I walk away from the Wi-Fi signal, we might lose our TikTok viewers, but we might not. I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, we got lots going on in here in the greenhouses, and that's not all. If we do lose signal when we walk out to the next place, then just come out and see us. You can see it all in person because the pumpkin patch is awesome. It's been busy, selling lots of pumpkins, have the biggest selection of pumpkins in our region. Lots of fun activities for kids. We're going to have the pumpkin carriage ride going. Look at those moms. Those are looking good. We got massive shipments of trees and shrubs that came in while I was gone too. Ground covers, trees and shrubs. Fruit trees are here. We don't have asters available yet. I'll have to check on those, but I haven't seen them come up to the retail area yet. We got a maze out there for pumpkin patch. And these all got new roofs while I was gone. So someone on TikTok was asking, what does a perennial mean? So annuals and perennials, there's some confusion here. So a lot of people think that annuals come back every year, but that's not true. Annuals, you have to replace every year. They complete their life cycle in less than a year. Perennials come back year to year, so they die back in winter and then come back out the next year. So that's the difference between annuals and perennials. So it's looking great out here in the shrub yard. And then we might lose signal, like I said, on TikTok, I'm sorry. But over there, we've got the maze. I'm going to blow up a bounce house today. We're going to have a huge bounce house over there. We've got lots of photo ops. We've got a sandbox for kids to play in. Lots of cool characters to take pictures with and areas to take photos. And massive pumpkin patch for all of the pumpkins. So let's walk over here. We were on Wi-Fi. I might lose signal for... We'll see. I don't know how far the Wi-Fi is going to get me before we lose signal. But if it glitches out, just bear with me. So here's our sandbox. Here is the K-pop Demon Hunter characters that we painted. Popular for pictures. So the kids have been having fun here in the sandbox. I did get my coffee cup. Thank you for asking. Photo ops. We got ducks to feed. We got slides to slide on. The bounce house will be going. Big slide will be here. Pumpkin carriage. The sign of how tall this fall. It's funny, we've had this sign for like 8-9 years now, I think. And 8 or 9 years. And so now we've got families that have been taking their kids' pictures all these years in front of this sign. And like, we can't get rid of the sign now because people use this to track their kids' growth over the years. So I'm sure we're going to lose Wi-Fi signal here any second for you TikTok people. Unfortunately, the cell phone I'm using for TikTok does not have a cellular data plan. I may have to rectify that. But we'll walk over here. I just wanted to let you see that we've got just massive amounts of pumpkins out here. Miniature pumpkins, stackable pumpkins, gourds, carving pumpkins, and everything in between. Well, it looks like it held signal. All right, let's head back. Head back inside. We're getting ready for staff meeting this morning. We have every Saturday morning, we have a little meeting with our staff. Go over what's new, what's happening. If I don't get run over, coming from both directions. All right. Well, that's good to know. So yeah, first week doing this dual phone thing. I think it might work out. We didn't even get into the tropical plants greenhouse, and don't have time to do that today because we're getting ready for our meeting. But we got all the cool tropical plants out there, house plants, all the bird stuff in here. Oh, and the fall market is happening today. So if you can make it down to the Impact for fall market, we got a booth down there as well. Dave's down there. So thanks for joining this morning. Hope to see you soon. And yeah, have a great day.